Hey, welcome back to Icey. On a previous episode, I did some challenges for some reason, because I thought I found something, and I didn't. It wasn't really all that important. Also, I made the narrator upset. Let's not do that anymore. I don't know why. Oh, right, because I wanted to check something. I didn't actually finish it, though. So, since I'm already here, I might as well show off some stuff that I missed in the theater. I'm also going to buy this, because I think this will increase my basic attack. Probably increase all my damage.
How did you get in here? Icey, I'm begging you, alright? You can't wander around aimlessly like this. There's nothing here to see.
I also just wanted to give the narrator a chance to say his piece since I didn't let him do that before.
What's this?
Let's ignore it. I'm sure it's fine.
Something else?
Don't worry, we won't look at it, narrator. We won't uncover your crimes. First. God, that was like, what, $32? That's pretty lame. Pretty lame even by, like, actual standards. Alright, so those doors.
And who is this?
Hello. Regarding art. So yeah, those arrows that are pointing to the right here, they weren't indicating where you're supposed to go. They were indicating the doors. I totally didn't realize that because every other time the arrows show up, they're told the narrator to kind of get you back on path. So I totally did not think that like those were supposed to be indicating the doors. Because every time they show like every time there's an interactable object, they just tell you like, hey, press A to interact. This is the first time they've changed it up. It's really weird. All right, so this mail's actually like roughly a week after everyone else like kind of ups and leaves. You don't think I get what's going on between him and that beautiful intern? I won't be kicked out like this. I'm going to give his wife a present.
What? He told me... What a bunch of lies. How could he smear my name like this? God.
What did you do, narrator? You're the guy in charge of this whole project. The worst part.
Oh my God, it's her. I really don't want to answer this. I'm guessing that if I don't pick up, things will be fine. But she'll totally explode right now. Should I really pick up?
What? I'm picking up.
You want me to answer? Okay, I'll answer. Are you sure? You really want me to answer?
Yes, please. I need to see this.
Really? Really? Really?
Def, confirm, lie. What? Definitely.
Oh, I forgot. 1 second.
You're a real piece of work, you know that?
Oh, really? You really think so? But you told me not to. I really want to answer, but this damn player won't let me. I have no choice. Ugh, I'm too busy for this. Let's continue. Go. Go!
You're a real piece of work, you know that, buddy? Oh, what the?
Oh, so it's just an empty room. It's too bad there's no treasure here for me to give you. Well, let's... Who's there? Oh, God! What are you doing here? Why... What's in your hand? Calm down. Calm down. It's not true. They're all lies. Just trust me. Trust me. You have to trust me. No!
Oh. Oh. Oh my. If one is to say that the search for self is a never-ending spiral, then what about the creation of self? Could it be a cycle or a loop? I guess that some people feel that choice is an illusion and meaningless. That was not the outcome I was expecting. When getting a glimpse of this truth, Carlos became a gorger and shed himself in a dark corner underground. Perhaps he was wont to devour the chosen one and replace them. To be a knight of the faith, to attempt to become the chosen one. These efforts are all in vain. This is
I think I've had this feeling before. But it's new. I'm done. I'm over.
That was 100% not the outcome I was expecting from that. Okay then. Okay. Look, narrator,
Something
buddy.
else.
Despite all of our differences, I actually tried to help you there, okay? So you really can't blame me for any of that. Just telling you. Sword town subway metro. The sewer puppet theater. These are all, well, yeah, these are all just like maps of all the places we've been to. Sewer's the only one we haven't gone to yet, but I imagine the town is, you know, it's a big area, so. Huh, alright. Interesting area. So there is a map. They just lock it in a room. Oh, hello. We're doing this again? Oops.
What's this?
Huh, didn't think that was gonna happen.
This isn't so bad. Ah, this one is good too.
Isn't it gonna happen eventually?
欢迎收听本期加丢 Pro 专题节目，我是西蒙。
Oh, I don't remember there being a ending to that combo.
我们为大家带来了最新一期的克苏鲁文化节目。
大家久违了这个，
大家久违了，上次的选
鲁
并没有这个过瘾，所以我们这次专门把克苏鲁文化提出来给大家讲一讲。对，
大家说那个克苏鲁神话，一般来说有很重要，就是禁忌的知识带来这个毁灭。而知识最大的这个载体是什么呢？就是书籍、文本。对，所以我们先从个比较
You're gonna talk about The King in Yellow by Robert Chambers?
比如说死者之，比如说这个拉财耶秘典，对。
No,
我觉得最有意思。
Oh, there we go.
这个黄衣之王啊，它据说是一个法文的剧本，然后后来呢有英文的抄本，各式各样的手抄本，然后呢
Holy crap, how many hits does it take?
在让他参演的演员中都会散播风声。
Huh, you know, I was gonna talk about this like, in this episode, but.
然后后来呢，这个译本呢，据说流入到了美国的一个作家手里，然后呢，他写了一本小说，然后据说这本小说也有同样神秘的魔力，所以这个东西挺有意思，它有一样很不一样的风格。我给大家提供这个原文，剧原文，
剧中原文。
对，他说。 卡西路达女王在房中沉思，悼念她流逝的空白日。她的
And in the dark of night, the unfathomable black star rose, and the incredible moon dancing along the sky. But the most amazing of all, the lost Carcosa.
What are you doing?
What's this? Wait, this doesn't seem right. No, stop! Don't!
I didn't see this. Is he actually? Did I actually just shut him up? Oh! I actually broke him. Crap.
Do you want to kill me? My God, are you crazy? You're lucky I'm here, not someone else. Anybody else would have gone crazy by now. Good. Let's continue on. Follow the arrow.
So yeah, there's quite a few trophies connected to this area actually. But I think it's all like connected to these 3 rooms. Maybe you'd like to answer the wife or whoever this time, buddy. So I know that I just got, and the next song is from not really answering the call and going and destroying the sound system of sorts, I guess. But I know there's also another achievable for answering the call, so I'm gonna do that first.
What? He told me... What a bunch of lies. How could he smear my name like this? God.
Oh no, if you open that, you're locked in. Oh, buddy.
You really want me to answer?
Buddy, look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but I think this is actually for the best.
Really? Really? Really?
Well, if I...
Really? Let's try again.
Alright, let's answer the call this time.
Hello, finance? It's me. What's happened to... What? The company's out of money? How did that happen? What do you mean I invoiced too many pointless purchases? Business dinners and trips are not pointless. Well, the trip to the Maldives, that was for our publisher. The trip to America was for the games conference. Same with Japan. Paris? Wait, don't hang up. You're quitting? Wait.
Without money, you might as well be dead. Oh, why is it all red?
Well, this is no good. I'll think of a solution.
Why is it suddenly
Hello?
broken?
Is this the director? Yes, I'm... Oh, right. Of course. Development is running along smoothly. Well, recently we've run into a few issues, and it seems like we need to delay... Huh? Delay again? No. This time it's because of special circumstances. Yes, of course. I just wanted to discuss it with you. I was wondering if you'd be interested in investing in our team a little bit more. Our product is improving every day. We just need to make it through the next couple of... Right. What you mean is that all we need to do is add in advertisements for your girl power group? Yes.
Huh?
Director, that's not a problem. Director, thank you. Just send me all of the information you need me to display, and we'll make sure every last piece is put into the game. All of our players will recognize your girl power group without a doubt. Rest easy. I'll make this happen for you. Right. Got it. Goodbye, Director. All done. Now we just need to wait for the information. To have girl power endorse this game? Now I have nothing to worry about. Even if it's excruciatingly painful to play, their fans will still buy it. Then I can become a famous CEO, and I'll finally find my Miss Perfect. A babe. Yeah.
What?
CEO.
What about the wife?
Oh, here it is. Let's take a look.
I'm a little afraid now. So it is Leroy Rogers? I don't know. For some reason, at first I thought it was like Leroy Rogers was a mailman.
A promotional poster.
But I suppose, yeah, that is Leroy Rogers, the narrator.
A music video? Wonderful. I know just what to do. First, import the picture. This way, I can spend a lot more... Wait, no. All I need to do is put girl power in the game, and I'll be free to enjoy my riches. Let's see the result. Perfect. Now, what about the music video? Here it is.
Very jarring. Oh no. Why does that song sound familiar?
All done. Now, how does it look? It's missing something. Right, a slogan. Maybe, slay the dragon with your sword. Or, your time is money. Or maybe, say my name. None of those work. I'll go with, buy my game. I should probably check the direction. I'll survive a bit longer thanks to this turn of events.
Turn. All people hide behind a mask, with only their eyes showing their true emotions. Even then, it's hard to see beneath the surface. And why does everyone hope to take off another's mask, to see what should not be seen? This can explain why Dion chose to don a heavy suit of armor. He hopes to conceal his true self from those who seek to stare deep into his soul. Dion? It's the first time we've heard that name. Yet Judas chose to transform him into a simple sentinel, a plastic portrayal of the Chosen. That gives me concerns. Considering that I pretty much figured out the Chosen one is, well, Icey. I suppose it's UC now, but let's just not even acknowledge that. Huh. Alright, that actually should be it for the Marionette Theater. I wasn't actually planning on that, but I forgot that I actually did go and, like, test out the whole, like, you really just hit A on the... that I feel kind of stupid for not realizing that before, but like I said, like, normally the arrow is just a tool of the narrator. It feels like a point where, like, they actually changed it so that the arrows was separate from the narrator. Speaking of the narrator, oh boy. Oh boy, narrator. Learned a lot about him today. A lot more than we did back in the previous romp through the theater. Still got some time, and there was one other thing I wanted to cover, and that was finding that one last thing I did before I stopped playing Icey months
has left
ago.
The laboratory. She understands that as long as she follows the arrow, she will discover where Judas is. Oh, more soldiers sit by Judas to stop Icey. Kill them.
Seriously, I don't remember that, like, 5th attack in the basic combo. I thought I always stopped at the 4th one. And I suppose while we're here, I might as well talk about, because, like, the Marionette Theater was also... Marionette Theater was where we fought Jack. And Jack is big on the Yellow King, and that kind of came up earlier in the theater again.
Icey reaches a quiet hill, illuminated by light dancing off of the lake below.
So it isn't obvious already. This game kind of takes a lot of inspiration from I say a lot of inspiration. It really uses name drops a certain work called The King in Yellow. It was like a story written. Oh boy. Ow. Sloppy. Get out. I have to focus on you because you are annoying. Anyway, The King in Yellow by Robert Chambers, I believe is his name. Future Manji pop up if it's wrong while I jump into the ravine.
Icey slips off the edge of the cliff. Icey is absolutely positive that the only way to cross.
Yeah, it was like, I believe it was written by Robert Chambers. Future Manji will pop up if I'm wrong, but like, he basically wrote a story, The King in Yellow.
To activate the bridge. Icey
And
finally understands how
it's actually a bit more well known
You
because
jumped again?
H.P. Lovecraft,
God,
who is
why did you
famous
jump down there
for
again?
the Cthulhu mythos
You have
and
zero
also for
common
naming his
sense.
cat a very unfortunate
Wait,
name,
don't panic.
right up on
There's
The
something
King
I
in
wanted
Yellow
to ask you.
himself.
Are you messing with me? I told you time after time.
He actually wound up taking a lot
It
of
couldn't be
the
any more simple.
names and ideas
All you
from The
had
King
to
in
do
Yellow and
was
like
walk
integrated
over
him
there
into
and
his
press the
own like
button.
massive Cthulhu
Just walk
mythos
slowly,
universe. So
press the button.
now whenever you
Why do
hear
you
about
insist
now
on
when you ever
jumping
hear about the
over
Yellow
and
King or
over?
about certain things like
I've never met
Castor
anyone
or
like you. Refusing to
Carcosa
acknowledge
is actually
my
one of
advice.
those things that came from The King
Don't
in
you
Yellow.
know this is an
You'll probably
action
wind up
game?
associating it with
Your
Lovecraft.
main goal.
I don't know if I should be interrupting. Who cares about you?
Ha,
Already figured out
well
all of your
done.
crimes.
You win. You win. I never
Now I
considered
feel like
this
I have to
possibility
defy
before.
you after
What do I do
all
now?
that's pretty much apparent that you've done.
Right. Let's get back to the story. Follow the arrow.
Fine, I'll play along for now. So yeah, if you were wondering, I guess I kind of stopped mid-thought. So if you were wondering what the whole, like,
A disgusting
Cthulhu
swamp
or, like,
rests,
Lovecraft or whatever I
unmoving,
mentioned
in
in
front
the
of Icey.
first episode was all
She
about,
must carefully
that's
jump
what that was all
across.
about. Also, yeah, if you don't, like, go the opposite way, that just, you just kind of get brought back there. Just kind of get brought back here unless you go the opposite way, in which case, yeah, you've already seen it. I don't need to sit here and explain it to you. Here do I want? Backslash, sure. That one's actually, like, been pretty
Icey
good to me.
arrives in the Moonlight Forest. In
All
front
right.
of her waits Daha. Wait, where's the bridge?
From here, we're gonna actually follow the narrator's story.
Right. Just keep following the arrow.
Alright.
Icey jumps down.
The sewer.
It seems like this is an old sewer.
Really? The left? We're trapped down here. Yep. Whatever. Not really important.
This place is littered with wreckage. Icey feels that this place wasn't always a sewer. And who is to blame? Judas.
So, sorry, how exactly did Judas cause this? Huh. This isn't really the first time we've heard about
Icey
how
jumps down into a giant cavern.
Judas can cause all sorts of wacky stuff.
Icey discovers
Also,
a
I'm not
hidden
jumping in
room.
another cavern.
Icey opened the treasure chest and turned back to follow the arrow once more.
Did you really expect that?
Oh, God. All that's waiting is just an empty room.
Well, you trying to hide the empty room from me, narrator?
See? I told you. There's nothing here. Why did you bother coming?
It's a very slick room, actually. It's a very nice room
I know.
for being in a
Your
sewer.
hearing must be bad. Wait for a second. That is enough! I don't want to have to remind you every single time, but this world is depending on you. That wicked devil must be destroyed. You still have much to do. Why do you insist on wasting time here? I've always believed people should be a little more trusting and a lot less pompous. But you haven't even given me the chance to show my true genius.
Oh, stuff it, Leroy.
I don't get it. I don't understand at all. There's nothing here. Not even monsters for you to practice killing. What sort of temptation could an empty room like this have for you? Could it be that you're absolutely terrible at using a controller? Or that your cat has taken over for you? No, it can't be that. Cats could listen to instructions better than you. Your behavior is completely illogical. Is it that hard to follow an arrow? Why aren't you paying attention? Well, I'm furious. Furious! That's it.
what your wife thinks
I'm
about
not
you?
saying another word until you get out of this room. I swear it.
Sounds good to me.
Dum bum dum bum bum ba-dum.
You think you're doing something clever, Leroy, but you're kind of wrong. You're kind of completely off the mark. I do appreciate the humming and the singing. These are probably all real life songs. I just don't recall which ones they are off the top of my head. I'm not that good at identifying songs. So, narrator.
What? Wait, does that mean you wasted all this time in this room just to get a trophy?
Sure did.
I really have nothing else to say to you. I truly do not understand why someone would play a game just to earn trophies.
It's fun.
Are you one of those mythical achievement addicts I've heard so much about? You're like a bull rushing towards a red cloth, not knowing what awaits on the other side. Give me a second.
Trophy. Mine!
Ah, I see. Let's try again.
Mine!
A trophy. A trophy! Ugh. So it's like that, huh? You don't care what happens next, right? All you think about is get this trophy, get that trophy, 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 trophy. You don't even care about the story or the content that I've prepared for you for the rest of the game. Your mission isn't to kill Judas. It's to get all the trophies. Am I wrong?
Hey, killing Judas is a trophy, so...
So this is what you call fun, yeah? You really think a trophy can entertain you? You're just looking for more trophy points. Do you know how that makes us game producers feel? You're rendering the content we make completely meaningless.
I mean, you made trophies just for the Switch version.
You think playing a game for this petty reason is fun?
Just for the
You
Switch.
just want to show off to the other players, to make yourself feel big, mighty, and important. You're probably not even paying attention to what I'm saying. You don't realize how useless a trophy really is.
I mean, I do, but...
Maybe you need a little stimulation. Maybe once after you collect all these damn trophies, you'll move on to accomplish your real mission. You have no idea how much time I spent making these enemies and stunning animations.
Most of the animations are kind of
And
reused,
you
I'd
just
argue.
care about these trophies. If I had known that, I would have made some easy farming game and not bothered spending time on battle animations or plot development. Just you wait. My revenge is just beginning. Wait for...
System fallout. Restart. Only the Yellow King may bestow self on another. Only the Yellow King may bring eternal life. To summon forth the king, followers answer Judas' call to sacrifice. Was this far from what the king intended? So yeah, I'm wondering how being intimately familiar with The King in Yellow, the story by Robert Chambers, like, kind of affects your enjoyment of Icey and all of the references and the like. But anyway, yeah, this stuff with the totally empty room was one of the things I did before I stopped playing Icey. Admittedly, like, the fight against Jack was the last thing I did. And all that stuff with the rooms I didn't realize until I looked up in a guide, because I knew that the Marionette Fear felt a little, I don't know, empty, a little like I was missing stuff. Also, I'm glad that, like, this meta-narrative game also took the time to, like, kind of lampoon the whole, like, trophy and Achievos thing. Just like the Stanley Parable. I'm sorry, once again, I am going to be comparing to the Stanley Parable a lot, but I mean, the Stanley Parable did the same thing with the whole, like, really? You're just doing this stupid thing for a stupid achievement? They at least made... I don't know which one did it better, because, like... I don't know, because with the Stanley Parable, it was really like, oh, just touch this door 3 times, but then it starts, and then they make you do a stupid wild goose chase all around the office building you're in before it ends with the exact same thing. It was pretty funny. I'm not going to sit here and explain all about the Stanley Parable to you while I'm doing an LP on IC, but I just want to give some closing thoughts before I end off the episode. I already talked about the Yellow King and the Cthulhu mythos. I guess considering that they just directly bring up the Cthulhu mythos, I'm guessing that Icey uses the Lovecraft version of the King in Yellow, so it's basically just like... It's just basically a whole bunch of references to the King in Yellow, but I don't think... No, then again, we did kind of encounter Jack and thus eventually the Yellow King on a stage. It was a theater, so I just don't know if that was that way in the Cthulhu mythos themselves. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Next time on IC, we're gonna start diving into actually more territory that I'm rather unfamiliar with. From here on out, it's gonna basically be blind. I'm not gonna mark it as a blind Let's Play, since I will, like, use a guide if I feel like I need it. I'm gonna try to avoid that if I can, and I don't really know how much is left. I don't think there's really that much left. I know I still gotta beat Thor. I know there's like a few other bosses I have to beat. Obviously, I gotta beat Judas. Obviously, I have to actually try following the story. I'm not even sure if I really have to follow the story like that closely. So I feel like you can just, like, dash over the ravine and it will be fine. So I'm not sure there really is much point to the sewer area. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's not really much point to being Thor either, since you can just get straight through to Ultima, get straight through the gate, and he doesn't really react too badly to it. He kind of just keeps going. It's weird. It's weird. Like, my theory is that, like, the quote-unquote game of Icey, or whatever you want to refer to it as, was quote-unquote developed as just like a simple platforming side-scrolling hack and slash, and that somebody added in dashing like way later, which is why like the narrator seems, because that's the thing, the narrator is always like kind of baffled by the fact that you can get to certain areas that he seems to think you really shouldn't be able to get to, which, and you basically always get to those areas by dashing to them because you have a really good dash, which makes me think that like the hidden backstory is that someone just added in like the dashing mechanic and like air dashing like way late into the development. Though of course, considering the fact that from all the stuff we see in the theater, it's still sort of mid development, and it's like playtesting. I don't know. There's a lot that I feel like that can be taken away from Icey and its weird backstory. Maybe we'll find out more in the next episode of Icey. See you then.